Questions matter more than answers. From the moment we're born, the world starts giving us answers. Your name is this. Your home is here. Your purpose is to learn, achieve, succeed. And we learn quickly. Answers are rewarded. Right answers open doors. Correct answers win praise. The question? That's just the hurdle you cross to get there. But what if the question was the destination? We grow up thinking of knowledge as a staircase. Each answer is a step. But what if it's not a staircase at all? What if it's a constellation? And questions are the stars. They don't lead up, they lead out. The illusion is that answers make us smarter, but in truth, answers age. They become obsolete. The best ones only point you toward better questions, and the most dangerous answers are the ones that silence the questions forever. Imagine you're a traveler, not on Earth, but aboard a ship that sails the void between galaxies. Your coordinates aren't plotted by answers. They're shaped by the questions you dare to ask. What if there's something we haven't seen? What if light isn't constant? What if the laws we follow are only true here? That's how physics changed, not with the answers Einstein found, but the questions he was bold enough to ask. Questions stretch us. They tilt the lens. They whisper to the edges of thought. You could be more curious. You could think more deeply. You could see this differently. Ask, what am I afraid to know? And suddenly fear has a shape. Ask, what would I do if I didn't care what anyone thought? And suddenly freedom becomes a possibility. But we don't always realize our questions are steering us constantly, without permission, without pause. Questions like, am I enough? Why haven't I figured it out yet? Why is everyone else ahead of me? These are not thoughts, they are unconscious programming. Silent lines of code looping behind your awareness, governing your decisions without your consent. Now imagine you pause the loop and you ask on purpose. What matters to me now? What truth am I avoiding? What version of myself have I outgrown? These questions don't end the story, they begin it again. They don't fix you, they free you. Even science, with all its rigor, all its instruments, is not a machine of answers. It is a cathedral built from questions. Philosophy is older than science, a timeless library of questions that never expired. Art is not designed to answer. It's designed to haunt you with something that cannot be solved, only felt. And your life? It isn't defined by how many things you figured out. It's shaped by the questions you had the courage to sit with long enough for them to shape you. Because that's what real questions do. They're not keys that open doors, they're soil. They plant themselves inside you and grow over time, slowly, silently, changing what you see, changing what you seek. We are, each of us, a narrative system. But the narrative isn't built from truth. It's built from patterns. And questions are what disrupt the pattern. They say, you don't have to believe everything you were told. You don't have to carry every expectation forward. You don't have to become the answer to someone else's question. Some questions have no answers. That doesn't mean they are useless. That means they are sacred. Why do I feel this way? Who would I be without the need to win? What if I let go? Not every question should be solved. Some should be held, tended to, protected like a flame that flickers in the dark. Because sometimes you are the question, and you are still unfolding. When you stop rushing toward closure, when you make peace with the unknown, you become something rare in the modern world. You become curious again. Curiosity is not a weakness. It is an act of rebellion because the world wants certainty. It sells confidence. It rewards those who speak the loudest. But the wise are quiet, not because they lack answers, but because they understand the power of the pause. The wisest person in the room is not the one with the final word. It's the one who asks the question that silences everyone else, not with fear, but with wonder. So don't be afraid to ask. Don't rush to fill the silence with resolution. Don't trade the beauty of mystery for the comfort of an answer. Because when answers expire, questions remain, and the right question, like a compass, will keep pointing you forward, long after the map has burned.